I'm Matt the Comic Guy. Today, welcome to episode 4 of this series called of comic characters, but their on-screen versions. Today, we're not doing just DC Comics. Now we move on to Marvel. It's rival Marvel and Spider-Man. First on-screen version of him was the one from the 60s series, the one with that iconic theme song, and one that was done, then that theme song that was part of that series was performed by a rock band. Yes, really. And had the most infamous meme / moment in the series, the Ramones, and rock's band called the Ramones. And also it had things that return into memes, such as the iconic pointing meme that was referenced much later on in Spider-Man No Way Home and certainly across the Spider-Verse, where Spider-Man is pointing at someone wearing his costume. And also into the Spider-Verse. But also there had been many things about this series that make it the first on-screen version of Spider-Man. First, as the obvious, this was the first Spider-Man cartoon. Spider-Man would have 8 more cartoons, as well as 1 more coming soon. It's not confirmed what the release date at that one is yet. Next is a Spider-Man from, which was the first actual live action Spider-Man from the Electric Company, Spy's Short Stories. This version of Spider-Man didn't actually speak, but had speech bubbles, similar to what he has in the comics. And also, so Spider-Man was actually the second character to appear on live action. The first was years earlier with Captain America in his film serial. But Spider-Man was the earliest one to have his own television series. Speaking of, next was another television series one, this time live action television series, starring Nicholas Hammond as Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker. Next was the one from Japan, just called Spider-Man, who actually had a mech suit. Next is another animated version from the cartoon series Spider-Man and Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. This version also appeared in a couple of things called PSAs. And yes, Spider-Man did PSAs. Next one is the one from the 90s cartoon. And the 90s cartoon, which actually, had a certain character that back when this was made, was a original character back then, but suddenly made his way into the comics. That's right, I'm talking about the villain, the Spot. Yep. Never appeared in the comics until years after. There was another animated version, this time from Spider-Man Unlimited, a futuristic Spider-Man, but so we have another live-action Spider-Man, but this time Tobey Maguire. This like the 60s cartoon, the Sam Raimi / Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. His movies have become memes. The iconic J. Jonah Jameson laugh, and also like moments of pizza time and the unfortunate emo Peter.
Oh no!
Next was the MTV 2003 version that only didn't last long. Next was the one from Spectacular Spider-Man, a short animated series. By the way, you might guess, didn't also last long. It only lasted for 2 years. Next was the Spider-Man from Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes, who was played by the same voice actor as the Ultimate Spider-Man version. Not to be confused with the comic book Ultimate Spider-Man, not the original Ultimate Spider-Man or the new series. The original Ultimate Spider-Man's Peter Parker has been killed and replaced by Miles Morales. And yes, this Spider-Man series has its own version of Miles Morales, as well as Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Man Noir, and also Spider-Ham. Next up is the one from the Amazing Spider-Man series. Yes, that one. And also this like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, it last entry wasn't so successful. Just like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man's Andrew Garfield version had appeared in the MCU in Spider-Man No Way Home. Speaking of, there's the MCU Spider-Man, which start his time as Spider-Man during Captain America's Civil War, and have his own solo movie series. And also finally it's the Spider-Man from the Spider-Verse movies, many of them. Remember the aforementioned Spider-Man I mentioned before? Well, that movie series also has its version of Spider-Gwen. And the latest Spider-Man is the aforementioned animated series are already mentioned. Now, if you don't want anything else in the list, here's a couple other on-screen Spider-Mans that I will mention. The Lego version, but then there's also one from the TV series Marvel Discourse. Yes, really. And that's it for now. Remember, I'm only counting the official on-screen versions, so not that version, any other version of Spider-Man, not even the Turkish ripoff. And yes, there is a Turkish version of Spider-Man. I'm at the Comic Guy. See you next time. Bye.